Alrighty, we've got a matchup between Neurospie and Galrach. I don't remember if this was part of a new player tournament or just for fun, but these are two of our Rat Ogres, which is a role we have in our Discord for newer players. They can play in new player events or be in a chat that's accessible only by other newer players. If you fit that bill and feel like joining us, you know, hit up the Discord in the description. Alright, what do we got? Beastmen and Khorne. For Khorne, it looks like we have 3 Chaos Warhounds of Khorne, 2 Flesh Hounds, 3 Minotaurs of Great Weapons, Valkia the Bloody, a front line of Marauders, and triple Chaos Fury of Khorne. For the Beastmen, we have some Zongors mixed with Ungor Spearman herds, Chaos Warhounds with Poison, and Razor Gores on each flank, 2 Centaurs with Throwing Axes, a Jibber Jabber Scythe, a Giant, a Doom Bull, and Bright Shaman of Shadows, with Pit Shades, Melkot's Mystifying Miasma, and Enfeebling Foe. Cool! I like it. Zongor should kick the shit out of the Marauders of Khorne on the front line, so I think the front line infantry fight should go to the Beastmen overall. But Khorne has some pretty nasty mobility with all these dogs and flesh hounds and stuff, and the Beastmen didn't bring a lot of melee-only Centaurs, so I think we'll be seeing a bit of trouble there. But, to start it off, a good Pit of Shades, followed up by a Spear Sleipnir, so both sides taking a lot of damage on this bottom flank. Chaos Warhounds and Marauders both getting murdered by that Pit of Shades. It doesn't look like it's overcast, but it's still going to be good. Fleshhounds getting charged by dogs and Razor Gore herds will do a lot of damage to them. They're not going to enjoy it whatsoever. So far, things starting out pretty good for the Beastmen on the top flank. Chaos Warhounds also getting pushed off. Chaos Furies chilling in the background. Looks like they were avoiding the throwing axes for now, but they will have to be brought up eventually. Doombull is even joining this fight as more Fleshhounds tried to support the ones who got charged. Oh, but this is about to get real messy as Minotaurs and Khorne show up, and now this is a losing fight for the Beastmen, to be sure. That Doombull has to probably make his way out of here and just cut his losses. Throwing Axe is trying to skirmish with the Minotaurs a bit, but they're yep, okay, good. They're running away. They're not staying here for too long. Jibber Jabber Scythe and the Giant are trying to kill some Minotaurs right now with a ton of support from the Beastmen. The Chaos Furies of Khorne are back. Looks like they're going for rear charges in here. The Chaos Furies of Khorne have pretty good DPS outputs, so getting a rear charge like this with some monstrous support actually could do a lot of damage. I could see a big Beastman route coming in. But Khorne already lost the Minotaur over there. Throwing axes, firing off onto these guys also feels pretty good. And the Doombull is in, but I am super concerned that he is about to get sandwiched between 2 Minotaur units with no buffering at all. He is getting massacred, and the Centaurs even have to come into melee to just try and save the situation. A big Pit of Shades is getting thrown down, though it might do more friendly fire to the Centaurs than the Minos, because Minotaurs, like monster infantry in general, even if they're blobbed up, don't take a lot of damage from Pit of Shades. So yeah, a terrible progression of play here for the Beastmen. Things were going so well, but a big pick from Khorne surrounding the Doombull. Now Valkia's even in here. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. Good Lord Snipe and both the Centaurs are throwing axes taking a lot of damage. Chaos Fury is chasing after them. Now what is still going well is the Giant and Jabber Scythe. This northern flank overall has just been a disaster for Khorne. They already lost to Chaos Fury to that fight. Doombull did manage to get out of the pile up. He's still technically alive, but he's not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. He is not feeling it at all. He and this Shadows Caster probably have to retreat over here where they have some strength, if they can. But it looks like they're just opting into the fight. Maybe he thinks he's already dead, so doesn't want to back out now. Just wants to get what he can out of his units. Giant is going to try to fight Valkia. Valkia did get a little separated, but a Spear Sleipnir should clear out the Spear and support. Nah, good dodge from the Beastmen. So get away from it. Jabber Scythe is in. Anybody that has low leadership will start getting drained by him, and the Doombull is somehow maintaining his position in this fight, but it just fades away as I mentioned it. It is a caster curse for sure. Looking at the battlefield, Khorne is taking a bit of a balanced power advantage, and I do tend to agree. Jabber Scythe and Giant trying to fight to save their Bray Shame at this point. The Doombull is just going to peace out. Can't say that I blame him. More Minos caught up on Zongors and Razor Gore herds. They'll trade okay here, and Centaurs continuing to kite wherever they can, get away from those Chaos Furies, get away from the dogs, but it looks like they're having a tough time of actually staying alive. Jabber Scythe draining down all these Marauders and even some Minotaurs, getting nice and low as the Giant tries to help him out a little bit. Valkia is very healthy, though, which is a concern. Valkia is quite hard to remove. She's a very tanky lord. The Minotaurs of Khorne are running out of steam. One of them's almost dead, second one's almost dead and about to rout. The third one is not feeling super hot, but he's more alive than the other two. And without them, does Khorne really have the staying power to kill these large single entities? The Giant, the Jabber, and Pit of Shades caster. How are Centaurs doing? One got run off the map. The other one is still kiting around some Fleshhounds for a little bit. And the Doom Bull has rallied next to some of his more monstrous companions, Razorgore Herds and Chaos Warhounds. Razorgore Herds look like they have the Infinite Rampage bug yet again, so they're charging around and can't be controlled. The Doom Bull does need to pick a target. He has 0 leadership right now. If he charges something, he gets a leadership buff. But if he gets charged by Fleshhounds, that'll be a big mistake. Yeah, he didn't get orders fast enough, so Fleshhounds are going to take him out. Valkia is stuck fighting the 3 single entities alone, and she's taking a lot of damage for doing so. Okay, Jabberscythe's chasing her down, getting good pokes in, good damage. Beastmen are up for now. More Fleshhounds returning to the fight. Chaos Furies 2. And the Jibber Jabber is not draining anything down right now because all their leaderships are just fine. He's trying to path his way back to his friends. Centaur is continuing to kite around these Fleshhounds as Marauders attempt to rejoin the main fight down here. Doom Bull is dead, so all the Beastman units have taken a leadership debuff, and the Jabberscythe is getting torn apart before his support can arrive. It looks like he will be pushed off. An unfortunate loss for the Beastmen this late into the game. Pit of Shades Caster, Giant are both back. They're keeping the Jabberscythe in the fight accidentally right now. He's taking a bit more damage, but maybe he can help drain some things. That's going to be a tough loss, though. These Marauders wouldn't be a problem at all if you had a Jabber in the late game, but with the Jabber running off, now the Marauders could actually be a bit of a threat, stacking up on the Giant, just being annoying. Chaos Furies, leadership is low. They are taking the Aura of Madness damage, it looks like. So they'll drain. Maybe they will even die off. Oh, and the Pit of Shades Caster routs with a lot of health left. That is brutal for the forces of the Beastmen. Giant swinging away, though, forces Valkia back. Now steal with the Fleshhounds. Chaos Fury stopped taking leadership damage from the Jabberscythe. Things are looking pretty good for Khorne now. Valky's going to chase off the casters. There's no problem with that. Marauders will drag down the Giant. The Jabberscythe is getting walked off by the Furies, but their inconsistent leadership is hurting them. All of a sudden, they start taking Aura of Madness damage yet again. Oof, and Fleshhounds manage to chase off a throwing axe in the distance. That's brutal stuff. Jabberscythe's still getting walked off. Giant still getting poked down. Fleshhound cycle charging him. But these Furies, man, their low leadership gets them crumbling a little bit. And if they get low enough, they'll get that demonic instability, and that'll just insta-kill them. There they go. Demonic instability is going to take them down. Oh, Furies. Oh, Furies. Giant causes a mass rout over here. The Jabberscythe is allowed to rally. Not any fault of the Khorne player. It's just Furies failing. But Valkia shatters the Pit of Shades caster. His Melkoths could have been nice for killing off some Marauders and such. Both sides down to almost nothing. Jabberscythe trying to return. Hopefully he has attack orders onto those Fleshhounds so he gets that super good animation. There it is. Boom! Huge charge onto them. He also takes 200 damage in the charge, but at least he got that attack off onto those guys. He's probably going to rout now. But he is draining those Fleshhounds a little bit as their leadership teeters up and down, up and down, up and down. Can he get a second kill while running away? Which would be very funny. Jabberscythe, though, looks like the Fleshhounds are actually just going to kill him off. And they maintain barely positive leadership, but it's positive. Fluctuating between 2 and, like, 10. Valkia is back down to fight the Giant. She pops Demon Shield, so she can't take any damage right now, even if the Giant scores a hit on her. He is going to rout off the Marauders. Balance of power is danger low for him. Army losses is hitting the poor Giant. And he will end up losing. I think that army losses was a bit premature, but alright. Valkia did great. Minos overall did very, very well. Fleshhounds overall did quite well. Furies really struggled to get their value back, which is unfortunately common for them. Dogs did okay. Marauders did fine. And aside for Galrach, Doom Bull really struggled to find an impact, but he did get that nice Sandwich Lord snipe onto him, so I guess I shouldn't judge the Doom Bull too harshly. Giant Jabberscythe did a fantastic job. Shadows Caster did great. Centaurs and Throwing Axes were around. They did stuff. Zongors did fine. Razorgore Herds did well. Angor Spearman Herds probably just got massacred, but that is their thing. GG to both players.
Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.